Have you all ever got to a point in your life where you realized that there is no going back? Usually I get to those points when, I'm on a one-way street. Anyways, look, how y'all doing? It's ACRG coming in hot, like, with wisdom tooth, but I'm not gonna be sad about it. Your boy's giving y'all the weekly December, or the monthly December invitational. Okay. Now I've done a couple of these, and nobody has watched them. Now I'm gonna need y'all to. Okay. All right. Just watch it, please. It won't be too long, I promise. This is the stuff coming up. Okay. The theme verse is "You Visited Me." Now, the theme verse, what the theme verse is meant to do, what the theme verse is meant to do for us to grip on, is to focus on a theme. Because sometimes when you're reading the Bible, you just pop that joint open and you just read whatever, right? You don't really have any structure with it. But being able to have a theme gives you some sort of structure, gives you an outline, gives you an idea of what to learn, what to pick up, and it's easier that way. I'm trying to help y'all out. So look, you visited me. So Jesus visited us. Let me give y'all the rundown of what's gonna go on before I start reading. And I'm not finna read too much because this wisdom tooth really coming in about as hot as Lecrae and Indy Mineo. You know what I'm saying? Coming in hot. You feel me? Okay, look. This Sunday we're having our youth Christmas party. Now that joint finna be popping. There's gonna be food. There's gonna be pizza. There's gonna be everything. There's gonna be everything. You feel me? So that joint's finna be lit. Come at Central no later than 5:30 p.m. That's about it. So for the party, don't come later than 5:30 so we can go. I'm not exactly sure where we're going, but it's gonna be lit. I'm telling y'all. So y'all gotta come. That's why y'all gotta watch these videos, because I'm out here sending invitations to y'all to a party. Like, I'm out here hooking y'all up. That's why y'all gotta keep y'all ears attentive. You feel me? That's a big old word. But listen. Another thing, bring a $5 or less white elephant gift wrapped up to exchange. So you know how white elephants, it's kind of like a mystery thing. You get like a little mystery bag. You put like a $5 max Christmas gift in there, and you hand it off to exchange. All right, well, I think it's minimum, or just around $5. You feel me? We ain't trying to ball out on people, because if you bring like a TV or like a PlayStation or something, like people they get down, they get a little jealous. That's just human beings. But just don't flex on them. Don't flex on them. Just bring a little $5 thing. It'll be alright. To exchange, you don't gotta like wrap it up, make it pretty. You can if you want to. That would be well appreciated. But if you just giving us a can of beans, don't worry about it. If you have an ugly sweater, this is another thing. Wear it. Okay. If you have an ugly Christmas sweater, wear it, because I think those are in season nowadays. So make sure that you represent. I really don't, because all I got are hand-me-downs, and my dad dang well did not wear no little Rudolph on his chest. You feel me? But if y'all did, if y'all got them, good, man. That's good for y'all. Next Sunday, so not this Sunday, next Sunday, so not the 9th, but the 16th, I think. That's the last youth group of 2018. Alright, that joint finna be popping, but this is what we're gonna do. Okay, look. Once you hear these words, just hear me out. We're going to go caroling. Hold on. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. We're finna go sing at Shook Home. Come whether you like to sing or whether you don't like to sing at all, alright? Because them old people, they'll appreciate that we there anyways. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna be nothing. Plus, we can flex on them. Some of y'all that can't sing, y'all can flex on them a little bit. Show them a little bit of that youth. Show them a little bit of that Holy Spirit. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, just come, meet there. Actually, no, not meet there. Meet here, regular youth group time. And yeah, that should be about it. So to clarify, come no later than 5:30, because we're gonna leave this Sunday. Come no later than 5:30, so that because we're gonna leave, and unless you got a ride to take you there, then you'll be screwed. So I think those are all the announcements for this Sunday coming up. Cool. So again, the theme that is going to be for this month is You Visited Me, and I thought I'd read y'all a little story. Okay, this one ain't gonna be too long. Alright, I ain't gonna read a whole book to y'all. Alright, I'm just gonna read a little bit of a alright? So look. This is in Luke 24, on the road to Emmaus. It goes like this. Now that same day, two of them were going to a village called Emmaus, about 7 miles from Jerusalem. They were talking with each other about everything that had happened. And as they talked and discussed these things with each other, Jesus himself came up and walked along with them. But they were kept from recognizing him. He asked them, "What are you discussing together as you walk?" They stood still, their faces downcast. One of them, named Cleopas, asked him, "Are you the only one visiting Jerusalem who does not know these things that have happened there and know the things that have happened there in these days?" "What things?" he asked. "About Jesus of Nazareth," they replied. "He was a prophet, powerful in word and deed, and before God and all the people. The chief priests and our rulers handed him over to be sentenced to death, and they crucified him. But we had hoped that he was the one who was going to redeem Israel. And what is more, it is the third day since all this took place. In addition, some of our women amazed us. They went to the tomb early this morning, but they didn't find his body. They came and told us what they had seen. They came and told us that they had seen a vision of angels who said he was alive. Then some of our companions went to the tomb and found it just as the woman had said, but they did not see Jesus." He said to them, How foolish you are, and how slow to believe all that the prophets have spoken. Did not the Messiah have to suffer these things and then enter his glory?" And beginning with Moses all the way to the prophets, he explained to them what was said in all the scriptures concerning himself. As they approached the village to which they were going, Jesus continued on as if he were going further. But they urged him strongly, "Stay with us, for it is nearly evening. The day is almost over." So he went in to stay with them. When he was at the table with them, he took bread, gave thanks, broke it, and began to give it to them. Then their eyes were opened, and they recognized him, and he disappeared from their sights. They asked each other, "Were not our hearts burning within us while he talked to us on the road and opened the scriptures to us?" They got up and returned once to Jerusalem. There they found the 11 and those with them, assembled together and saying, "It is true, the Lord has risen and has appeared to Simon." Then the two told what had happened on the way and how Jesus was recognized by them when he broke the bread. So listen, there are a couple things you gotta understand about this, and I'll be quick. These are two ordinary dudes, okay? We think about Jesus. We think about this man is a God. You know, this man he is 100% God, 100% man, and he died, and he is risen again, okay? And not only did he live all his life, not only was he done with his suffering, but at any point, he could have just seen his disciples, told them what he could have told them, went up to heaven, would have lived the rest of it. He would have been chilling. He would have been fine. But Jesus' character, that would contradict Jesus' character. You know what I'm saying? Jesus is loving. Jesus is nice. Okay? Yeah. Jesus is also passionate. And he is also very, 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 I would say firm. Jesus is very firm. He wasn't always a Mr. Nice Guy all the time, and he wasn't always, beating around the bush and sweetening up or sugarcoating, his words and his message. He was very firm. He was very straightforward. But okay, he decided, after he would rise again, that he would just visit these two dudes. And now think about this. These are just two dudes on the way home. They were minding their own business. He wasn't speaking of royalty. He was, they were just regular old family dudes. You know what I'm saying? They were just chilling. They were just hanging out. And they were just minding their own business. And they heard about what happened in Jerusalem. Because word gets around. You feel what I'm saying? And Jesus was like, yo, I'm gonna talk to these two dudes right here. And he was like, okay. So he went up to them and he was like, yo, what y'all talking about? And then the dudes explained. And then Jesus, starting from Moses, we're talking about back in the, we're talking about, I think Exodus. Yeah. We're talking about all the way from Exodus, all the way through the entire Old Testament as they walked. He was talking with them. Just talking. He wasn't opening up the heavens. He wasn't making someone blind and then taking it away. He wasn't raising or splitting the oceans. He wasn't walking on water. This man was literally just on the road talking to these two ordinary dudes, helping them get their facts straight, not in a mean way, just telling the story how it was and explaining to them. and that's about it. Like, that's literally about it. Now, the two dudes, they realized after Jesus broke the bread and disappeared, and he was like, they were like, yo, like, obviously that was him. So they went and told the disciples, and that way the disciples, got affirmation in that way. So, that was also a reason. But also, it tells us that Jesus would visit us. Jesus doesn't care about royalty. Jesus doesn't care if you're poor. He doesn't care if you're rich. He doesn't care if you're smart. He doesn't care if you can't speak English very well. He doesn't care if you don't have many grades. He doesn't care if you're heartless inside. He doesn't care who you are, what you have, where you have been, and how others think of you. He'll visit you at any time. And I'm hoping that these words give you a little bit of comfort, because everybody deals with stuff, and sometimes you do have seasons where you're alright, where you're good, and so in any time he'll visit you. And of course it doesn't matter, because these were just two random dudes. It wasn't the king, it wasn't Pharaoh, it wasn't nobody of any kinds of importance, but him, the Messiah, the living God, decided to spend his day or afternoon or whatever, spend his time with two random dudes, just telling them the story of his life. And that to me shows that shows me, that to me just makes me believe that Jesus does care, and that he does love us. And it doesn't matter that it doesn't matter, it doesn't need to be to prophesy. It doesn't need to be a big old revelation. Jesus doesn't need to come to you with clouds opening and give you a big old message. Jesus could be sitting beside you on your bed, hearing you rant about parent issues, hearing you rant about, hearing you rant about relationship issues, or hearing you rant because you feel like you're behind in school, or anything like that. If you're stressed, Jesus will come visit you, and he will speak to you. He will talk to you. But it takes the ears to listen and the mouth to ask. But it takes more listening than asking. Sometimes y'all just gotta sit there, just kind of be in silence and turn everything off, because a lot of stuff is moving around you and doing all this extra stuff. But it takes a lot of listening. So yeah, that's the message. My challenge for y'all, I got two challenges. My challenge for y'all is to just listen. I've tried this before. Just listen. Just sit in your room with the lights on, with the lights off, but everything else off. Everything, the TV, the phone, the this and that, any sort of distractions that might take your mind away from focusing on Jesus, anything like that. Just turn it off. Turn it off, take it away, leave it out the room, kind of thing. And just sit there, just speak to him. Just pray. Just pray, because he's always listening, and he'll always be there listening. And just pray. Let him know what's on your heart. Let him know what's on your mind. Be genuine about it, because there are a lot of times that, I know a lot of y'all don't like to talk about the things going on in your life. You like to joke about it a lot, and that demonetizes it. That allows it to lose severity. If y'all understand what I'm saying, like, that allows you to not see it as serious as it really is, and push it to the side, and internally you suffer with it. You suffer from it, and then you're just not handling it in a healthy way. So just talk to Jesus about it. If you're not going to talk to anybody else about it, talk to Jesus about it, because he's the one that will listen. He's the one that will care. If anyone will not, if anyone else won't, he will. So just sit down in a quiet place, speak to him, and then spend some good time listening to what he's trying to put on your heart, what he's trying to put, what he's trying to put in your mind. So that's one challenge. It's a challenge. It's not supposed to be easy. And the second one is just smile. Smile to somebody and appreciate the fact that y'all got healthy teeth. That's about it. So listen, your boy ACOG's out. I hit my glasses. I'll do that again. Your boy's out. I love y'all. Mixtape coming soon. As soon as I get these wisdom teeth out. Stupid wisdom teeth.